Hello and welcome, this is Rooflemonger, and today's Let's Learn Dragon Ball FighterZ installment, we're going to be talking about the concept of team building itself. Obviously, this is a team-based game, we got all sorts of friends that join us. So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the two most important things of team building, the concept of your point and anchor, and also just how assists bring your team together. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. So now, before I even say anything else, let me just get this out of the way. Play who you want. Even if your team, competitively is maybe not optimal, as long as it's the characters you want to play, that's what it should be. But this is just more of a dissection just to look what makes a team great. Now, first up here, so let's just say, right now we got Cell. So let's say just Cell's your favorite character of all time, and you actually don't even care about the rest of your team as long as Cell's your boy. So then let's look at it this way, before we even talk about anything else, is, okay, how do we make Cell perfect? So, Cell as a character, he basically kind of has no weaknesses. He's got a good range stuff, he's even got gimmicks, he's got long range buttons here. Like, he basically has everything you need in a character, so there's no weakness to shore up. Some characters, you want to shore up a weakness, but for Cell, he's perfect, right? So, it works out. So, what we got here is we got Goku Super Saiyan and Goku Black, and they both have the exact same assists in their beams. So if you watched the 5 Kamehameha video, you probably already know what's going to happen here. But so Cell also has Kamehameha, and these two assists really amplify his strength of full screen. So we can do something like this. We can call an assist, and we get another Kamehameha, or we can go a little crazier, and we get multiple beams. I dropped a bit of the idea. So you can get up to 5 Kamehamehas in one combo here if you get your timing right, which I'm dropping because I'm talking, but it's fine. But so that's an example of 2 assists who utterly amplify one strength. So now, all of a sudden, with these 2 assists, all of a sudden you could say now Cell's overall far screen game plan is now devastating. So we can make, with these 2 characters, we can make that our game plan by itself. As long as Cell's up front and they're in the back, we can make fireballs a giant and, dominant part of our game. And people now, it already sucks to get hit by a stray Kamehameha. No one likes have that happening to them. But now all of a sudden, like, we're in, real threat of losing the game if we eat too many of these in a row, because they're going to be like a third of your life every time you get nailed by one of them. So that amplifies one strength. So now we're going to change up our team here, and let's see about amplifying another strength. So we just showed 2 examples for Cell, to really help his long range game. But that's not the only game there is. All characters eventually you want to get in. That's the gameplay, right? You want to get in, you want to attack your foe, and just keep going from there. So here are 2 assists that are really good at keeping your pressure up. Those are Yamcha and Kid Buu. So both these guys will keep you in block stun for a longer than usual time period than most of the other assists in the game. So say, we're doing our darndest to get in, but no matter what we do, we just can't get the opponent to stop guarding. But what we can do here is use one of our assists, and effectively we steal a turn from the enemy. We'll keep them in that block stun, and then we're going to keep going and trying to get our high-low mix up to finally make them crack, and we'll get our attack in. So, example here, I'm just going to attack with Cell. I can see here, nothing I do is going to make them crack. Like, there's just no button I can do to make him, at least in the initial foray, to make him, drop his guard, hit a button, or block incorrectly. So I'm going to do the same sequence here, and I'm going to call Kid Buu in, and then it's basically going to let me repeat the same sequence. So Kid Buu goes in, and we get another go. Now, same deal, Yamcha's in, we get another go. Kid Buu's in, and I called him a bit slow there, but you get the idea. As long as we get to we keep doing this, we get the enemy a minimal amount of time to breathe, and we just keep that pressure up. So sometimes you want assist, not necessarily to help you with a super sick long range game, but just the fact that you give your enemy a very difficult time to breathe. As long as we keep doing this, the enemy is going to struggle, and we get to keep taking turns because they're going to stay stuck in block stun. And that's just basically one concept of it. So let's say here, now let's move on to another way assists can help out. So we're going to switch up our team once more. So for Cell, we've now shown off some assists that, really help his zoning, some assists that help his pressure. What about just assists that help his combos? So we got here Go Tanks and Super Saiyan Vegeta, and these are some of the best recombo assists in the game. Now, every character in the game, their assists, I guess except for Android 18, they can help you with a combo in some way. You might have to tailor your combo for the character specifically, but for someone like Gotenks and Vegeta, it's kind of fire and forget. So, very basic example here. Call Gotenks here, and I did get the timing a bit wrong there, so my apologies. Try it one more time. There we go. So call Gotenks, boom, easy peasy. Now, same deal with Vegeta. Call Vegeta, and we get a recombo. Not hard, and we can just recombo from there, and giant combo extension, and massively add to our damage. So, the idea now, just with those three groups in mind here, so we have groups that help your neutral gameplay, groups that help your pressure, and groups that help your combos. As you can see here, your choice of assist really affects your team composition. So now that we just went through all that, let's just talk about team composition itself and now the concepts of point and anchor. So now point and anchor. So the term itself, it just simply means this. Point is your beginning character, this is the character you start with, and anchor is the character you have in the last slot. So right now our point character would be Blue Goku, and our anchor would be Frieza. So there's more to it than just, who's up front, who's up last, right? So right now we gotta look at this way. Point character. What makes a good point character is this. This is how well does your point character benefit from your two assists. This is the character you want to be utilizing your assists all the time. So for someone like Blue Goku here, we can think of combos here. I don't have any particular examples, I'm sorry right now. But we have combos here, like say we can use both Vegeta and Frieza in our combo. And go from there. Now another aspect of the point character is this. And this is a little more esoteric, but so say we have Vegeta tossed in right now. So Blue Goku's assist, honestly, it's not that good. I'm not saying it's bad, but it doesn't have some of the universal, just panache to it. Like, Frieza's a big explosion, needs a lot of retail estate on the screen, and Vegeta's is universally useful. It both accepts the recombo concept we talked about earlier, and it's also really good for pressure as well, because it just locks down that portion of the screen it's on. So, someone like Vegeta and that assist, you basically don't want him up front. I'm not saying never play him up front, but his assist is so useful, you definitely want him, on the sidelines being able to give you that assist at all times. So someone like Vegeta, you would not want to be the point character just to make the most out of that assist. Whereas someone like Goku Blue, his assist, it doesn't wow, the world, it doesn't set anything on fire, it just is what it is, and it's, a single strike from an odd angle. And that in and of itself, it's not necessarily, you don't need that on deck while, your point character is running around doing what he needs to do. So that's just one example about a point character and what they need. So we just talked about point, and generally, once again, just to reiterate, the point character definitely wants to make the most out of those two assists you got. And if the character itself, doesn't necessarily have the best assist to begin with, then, you definitely don't want them just taking up that assist slot, because the point character should have both those guys to back them up to make the most of them. Now, the anchor is kind of in the exact opposite thing. The anchor can have an alright assist. So Frieza, he has a big explosion, that's fine. But the anchor is meant to be, the last guy alive on your team. And so what you want is someone who doesn't need help. You want someone who can really just, play by themselves, basically effectively play Street Fighter, no teammates, no nothing, I don't need help, and Frieza in this regard is pretty decent at it. Frieza has, great Ki Blast, he has all sorts of zoning, all sorts of everything, he's playing Keep Away, he has access to Golden Frieza, so when he's the last character alive, he can be better, faster, stronger, and then when you're better, faster, stronger in Sparking Blast, Gold Frieza in Sparking Blast is a true threat to be reckoned with, because he just does absurd damage. Well, look how fast he's going, right? So this is a character who is very good at being the last character left alive. So that's basically the job of the anchor, is when everything falls apart, you need one guy left alive. The anchor is the guy to hold it all together, because he doesn't need backup, he doesn't need assists, so that's the anchor spot. Now, another note about the anchor is usually by the end of the match, if you are down to your last guy, you're probably going to have a little bit of bar to spend. Now, I did mention how, Goku Blue, you usually would want him on point, his assist is amazing, but one thing that would help him as an anchor is the fact that he's fantastic at burning bar. So, if we set our bars here, he has access to a level 5 super, so he can already do, quite a bit of damage with his level 3, you hold the button, and you can burn an additional 2 bars for absolutely absurd damage here. So that makes his, comeback potential as the last character left alive very strong, as you can burn all the bars you have in one big combo to get rid of characters. And once again, as your last guy left alive, in Sparking Blast, that kind of combo does even more damage. It'll do 20% more damage. So someone who can easily burn a lot of bars, so like anyone with a level 5 super, or like say TN or something like that, if they're alive and have the bar to work with, like it's here, that's like what, 80% damage? That's a lot of damage. So someone who can work with a lot of bar is also a great idea for your anchor position. So we talked anchor and we talked point. But what about that guy in the middle? Because it's a 3-person game, so what about him? So ideally, so we talked earlier about the 2 Gokus here, Goku Black and Super Saiyan Goku. And these 2 guys, the Beam Assist and also Tien, they're just eminently useful. There's no situation they're not useful in, so they're very good and they'll fit in any team. And the same goes for Vegeta for recombos and pressure and all that. So your second guy up, either you want him as, an assist to really help with your point character, or you can just consider him an alternate point character. You swap him out at will, and hopefully, maybe they have assists that complement each other, or maybe your anchor, he's just your dedicated assist slot, and he's only ever going to come out when he's the last guy alive. So, like, say, you have Goku Black as your anchor, so your first 2 guys exist, and they have all their setups and all their combos and all their pressure working with that Goku Black beam, and they're going to keep fighting till the end, and Goku Black's only going to come out when he's the last guy left alive, and in and of himself, he's not a bad anchor either. He's got all sorts of stuff going for him. So, he's got a lot of stuff, like the unblockable Kamehameha, he's got instant transmission, so he's not a bad anchor either. And he provides an eminently useful assist. Someone like Beerus, the ball, it's alright. Like, it isn't bad. No assist is truly bad, but it's definitely not, like, pound for pound useful like the Gokus or Vegeta. So someone like Beerus, he's probably better up front because his assist just doesn't wow like theirs does. So that concludes our video for now. So I hope this opened up your eyes to the possibilities of team building, as it's more than just picking any old 3 characters. Now, even if, say, you just pick the 3 you want and, assist be damned, you'll just work with what you got, then even, the positioning you put them in is still a big deal. So if you have, Goku Black or Goku on your team, maybe you don't put him up as your front guy just to get the most out of those beam assists. Same thing with Vegeta. If you have, like a Beerus or Majin Buu on your team, and assists are, they're alright. They're not bad, but they're not, amazing. And you do have someone who's an amazing assist. Maybe you knock Vegeta out of the top place and you put in Majin Buu in front and let Vegeta have his assist at the ready, while Majin Buu is the guy doing most of the damage. Anyways, just to open up your eyes to the concepts, thank you very much for watching. I hope this video found you well. Go out and play some Dragon Ball.